Welcome to the Trainers Talk Show. And today we have with us Prachee ma'am. Prachee ma'am, welcome to the Trainers Talk Show.
Thank you so much, Rohan, for having me on your podcast. I'm really happy to be here and talking with you, and I wish you all the best.
As we all know that Prachee ma'am has diversified experience in the field of business communication related training programs. Ma'am, when we talk about the communication, it is one of the important aspect we would like to know more about you.
Yes, my name is Prachee Mahambare, and I have been in this training industry for around 14 years. I started my career 14 years ago, and before that, of course, my educational background, if you ask me, I did my post graduation in economics from Mumbai University. I was the gold medalist of Mumbai University. And then, of course, the life took turn, and then I landed up becoming a trainer. I did the training programs in almost everything from business communication, leadership to time management, stress management. And of course, when you say leadership, it's an umbrella term. So everything comes under that. And I have trained for more than, I think, 5,000 employees of the companies. So that's all about myself.
Great, great. So, training more than 5,000 employees itself is a journey of experiencing different challenges in the businesses. And then, when we are giving solution to those people and those people are implementing those solution, definitely your journey as a trainer is adding immense value in the business. So, when we talk about the training as a career, I would like to ask you that what inspired you to become a trainer and what are those things in the training industry which you enjoy the most?
What inspired me actually, okay, my training journey is not something that I planned, because as I said that I was a student of economics. I was working as a research analyst, and after that I took a break of 9 long years in my career. So after that break, I thought of starting my career all over again, and I started looking for a job, but then it didn't happen somehow. So I thought, like, let's not waste time and just train myself in something. That's something I didn't know. I just happened to land up in one of the institutes, and then I asked them, like, I want to learn something. Now, this was my question. And then he said, like, okay, then let's start with voice and accent training. And if you ask me now why you actually chose it, I really don't know the reason. It's just that I thought, like, I should be learning something. And then I started my career. It just happened that in that institute, one trainer was absent. So my coach said that, why don't you conduct one session? And I conducted it. I enjoyed it. Feedback was amazing, and they offered me a job next day. This was the beginning of my career, I would say. So it is, inspiration came little later, but then it just happened accidentally. That's what I would say.
Interesting, really interesting. So, sometimes it is said that opportunity knocks the door, and that knocking is sometime on a silent mode. Opportunity of being a trainer or a teacher for a one particular day help you to create that particular one day experience as a lifelong experience for you for becoming trainer in this field. It was really inspiring that whenever some opportunity come, we should say yes, and when we say yes, maybe our next future is dependent on that yes. We can say saying yes to any opportunity gives us some new learning, and that new learning is adding immense value in our life. Whenever we start a new journey, there are certain challenges. So, as a trainer, what challenges you have faced and how you overcome those challenges, which strategies or what exactly you have experienced during that challenges as a trainer, our audience would love to know about it.
See, the basic challenge was the transition from a homemaker to a trainer. Now, this was the first challenge which I faced, I would say. What happened was, when I decided that, okay, this is something interesting and I really love to do it. So I started preparing myself. In the beginning, okay, let me confess one thing. I never attended any corporate session. So understanding what corporate training is all about, from there my journey started. And as you said, I never said no to anything. I just said yes, okay, let's do. I mean, I used to say yes, and now then मैं सोच रही अभी करेंगे कैसे. Of course, it gave me sleepless nights. Just standing in front of the managers and training them, a housewife training them, that was something, I would say, that was a challenging thing, first of all. Then the second challenge was establishing yourself as a trainer. That was not easy, definitely not. Because my profile was not very strong, I would say, in the beginning, even though I was a gold medalist and I knew economics, managerial economics, industrial economics, everything. A training experience was not there. So, what I did was I trained the people from 6 years, children, to 60 years. Secondly, I used to just prepare myself in such a way that if at all I don't prepare myself, if I don't give my best, I knew that it is going to be a full stop to my career. So first of all, I started learning many things and I started observing many things. You know what I did? I just took the appointments of the leaders of the company, leaders in the sense like the managers, general managers, some entrepreneurs. I met them. I literally used to take their appointment. And because I wanted to understand the industry challenges, because unless you understand that, you will not be able to, design the course. And this is what I actually understood in the beginning of my career. So I used to take their appointment. I did it for 1 year. I talked to them. I started understanding what exactly the problems are. Then my next step was designing the whole thing. So how to design? Now, if you ask me today, that I can actually design any course, within few minutes, because I understand exactly what might be the problems, whether it is a manufacturing industry or an IT industry or any other industry. So that requirement analysis, how to do it and what exactly the problems are. So this is what I did in the beginning of the career. So as the opportunities came, I was ready for it. Like people say that, yes, I was lucky enough to get those opportunities, but at the same time, I was prepared to take them because I started my preparing myself, talking to the people, understanding their problems, and I think that helped me a lot. And this is how I started. I mean, I tried to overcome those challenges.
Great, great. It was really wonderful to know that starting from a homemaker and taking a decision to do something in the corporate field without any experience, without any prior assistance, without any prior mentorship, the trial and error method is basically take some time to make you understand that what exactly the things we should do and how we should establish ourselves in the training field. It was really wonderful that you took that path, you take that particular action, and definitely nowadays we can see with your progress, with your involvement in varieties of institutes. I think you have founded one institute as well.
Yes.
Our audience would love to know more about it.
Okay, I started my own institute in the year 2015, so it will be now 10 years that will be completing. It was not planned as such, but then it happened only because I really want to, train the people in the sense like I understood that I need to have a lot of practice, to train the people. So why not start our own institute? So this is how I just decided it. Without much thinking about it, because the only thought was that I should reach out to maximum people, because by that time I had 3-4 years of experience. And then I understood that yes, it is needed. I mean, these kind of trainings are needed. And if I can do it well, then why not just start your own institute? And this is how I started my own institute. In the beginning, the courses that we introduced were communication skills, leadership, and personality. And the fourth, as a part of communications skills, we started English communication skills training as well. Then business communication was added little later. So this is how I designed the whole course. I started my own institute, and now it has been 10 years that I have been running that institute.
Great, great, really wonderful. This is something interesting that I can understand from your conversation that when we have some challenges, we should take action on that. And when we take action, it is going to affect our future self as well as we are adding value to the large number of people. So, ma'am, when we talk about you as a trainer, and as you said that there are some challenges you faced of getting some work, how you see that challenges as an opportunity, that's what is basically leading you to form your own institute. And when we talk about the institute, it's really a structured format of having the training programs, having the students, their schedule. When the structured format, when we follow, that gives a results. So as a
Yes.
trainer, how you would like to share some of your results of your training programs, how your training programs has helped the audience to solve their problems, or rather I can simplify this question to you that what are those problems of audience you solve with your training programs?
See, first of all, the common problem that the people face is lack of confidence in communication. So when I say lack of confidence, whenever they come to me and they ask me that, I don't feel confident, I have a good technical knowledge, but then it's very difficult for me to speak.
Also, it is being seen that confidence also has the effect the verbal and non-verbal type of communication. So
Yes.
that also leads to this confidence trauma, you can say, or someone is not in a first thing, he is not in a position to speak, and second, he also not in a position to say it confidently or something like that. Do you have such kind of challenges with your audience which you solve? Please guide us.
Confidence is something, it's like many people think that they don't feel confident. In the sense, technically, they might be very good. But when it comes to expressing themselves, then the problem starts. So there are two kinds of problems. Like one, it might be the language problem, okay, or it might be that you're an introvert person and you don't want to speak. See, willingness is also there, right? I don't want to speak, but I have to speak. Now this is a very basic challenge that many people face. And language, of course, because we have accepted English as a business language. So that is why, of course, the people need to work on that as well. So what we did was we started working on their confidence. I always tell them that English is just a language. You don't need to attach your egos to that, but at the same time, because it is a business language, you have to learn it. So I just tell them that even though you make mistakes, few mistakes here and there, that's absolutely okay. But that doesn't mean that you will not even try. So that is how I try to build a confidence in them. Of course, we correct them, and then we actually work on their vocabulary and everything. Now, if you ask me about the examples, I think I have many examples. But then, recently, I'll tell you one example. There was a manager. Okay, he was a manager of a big firm, and he said that I will be promoted again next year, and I can see that my subordinates, they speak better English, okay, and they are really expressive while I'm not. And as a leader, I will have to just guide them and then motivate them. So of course, language, I need to be very confident. I need to have a good command over English. So that's what he said. So I said, okay, let's work on it. And then I think there was like 2 months he was undergoing a training. And then that course ended. And after 6 months or so, he came to meet me. And he said that I came to meet you just because to tell this. I mean, so to say thank you to you, because he had a big presentation in front of the management, and he said it went so well that I got, of course, the promotion was due. He got the promotion, but at the same time, he got an appreciation from the top management saying that it was one of the best presentations that happened in our company. So I think this is something very satisfying. And of course, there are many such examples, but you said that if I can share one example. So, yes, this is one of the examples.
Definitely. Sometimes we say that whenever we have such talent, when we have skills, the how to express that skill is also another skill where the Prachi ma'am can came in picture and definitely they can guide you. I would like to ask you one question that if you want to share some principles about the communication, improving the confidence, like, adding value to our audience, what are the tips and techniques you would like to share with our audience so that they can have the improvement in their communications, or they can see whether they need any communication related training program for them?
So if the communication is problem, communication is the only solution. The more you take part in communication, better it is. So then the second one, I would say, understand the problem. In the sense, the challenge is in communication, as in what? Is it like the language or the content part of it? Or maybe that I'm not willing to speak. Sometimes people are not, they are introverts sometimes. So if you know your personality very well, where exactly your problem is, then solution would be much easier, right? Now let's talk about the language problem. If, see, is it easy to learn a language? it might not be easy for everyone, but it is not impossible. So, if you seek the professional help, it will accelerate the process. As I always say, that when it comes to polite communication, English, see how we do in our Indian languages, we change the subject. जैसे हम लोग तुम का आप कर देते हैं एंड देन हम लोग पोलाइट करते हैं, लेकिन इंग्लिश में वैसे नहीं होता. तो इंग्लिश में आपको अगर पोलाइट करना है आपको आपका इंग्लिश, देन आपको कुड वुड ये सब मॉडल वर्ब्स यूज करने पड़ते, मे. So this is how English is. Once you understand those things, for example, I would like to do this and I want to do it. What is the difference between that? One is formal and one is neutral, I would say. Not even, I mean, I would not say informal, but it is neutral. तो ये जब चीजें आपको समझ में आती है ना, your journey to learn language will be quick. Okay, so that is for language. If content is the problem, like I don't know how to, articulate, if that is the problem, then you can again seek the help of professional, because again as I say that आपकी वो journey थोड़ी quick हो जाती है और accelerate हो जाती है. तो if that is the problem, try and write down, okay, at least the points. So which point will come first, second, third? Generally start with what? Okay, you take any topic and start with what, even though it is meeting, what is meeting is all about. So yeah, and after that you will explain it, and there should be an end of it. So fear, that is a structured way of talking, right? Storytelling is also a part of it, but then in the sense, you don't should not tell the people, it is just like how they should be able to visualize it. So that is what storytelling. तो अगर वो भी art आपने कर दी, तो that would also help you to make your or take your communication to the next level. And if the problem is with your introvert nature, then also a personality coach can help you. So even though it is a part of your personality, okay. So I think these are the few things that you can follow.
Great, great. It was really wonderful, the gamut of all the skills and the techniques, which is a like a top of the iceberg, I can say, where we can improve our communication skill with the help of Prachi ma'am. Definitely, ma'am, it is really wonderful to work on our language skills, on our content skill, on our, nature skill, basically, I can say, because many people have that kind of, shyness to open up. They have talent, but they have some, thought process behind it that basically stops them from growing. And you, as adding value to these people who needs the business communication related trainings, it was really wonderful that adding value and understanding their problems so that the customized solution can be given to them. Thank you so much for joining on the Trainers Talk Show and sharing all the valuable insights for our audience. Again, I would like to ask you one question. When we talk about the learner's goals, for example, the audience which is coming in front of you and wanted to learn from you, so what are those goals basically which you can help them to fulfill? What are the challenges of the audiences you are solving basically? Like for example, I have also a training program related with the video creation, and when we talk about the video creation, it's your skill where you can showcase your talent to the world through the help of video. And definitely for the video also, communication skills requires. And when we talk about the video creation workshop, in that we help people to understand how they can share their story, their strength, their talents, their certain things which people want to listen from them, know from them. And that time people are coming in front of the camera and they feel shy, and when they feel shy, they feel introvert, that they feel actually fearful in front of the camera. And that time we give them one technique. Would you like to know that technique? I would like to
Yeah,
share that
please.
with you. And that technique is that the practicing in front of the mirror with observing what exactly the facial expression turns around when we speak certain things in a certain way. And that's how, when that person experiences how I am looking, how exactly my body language is all about, how people can perceive me in the video, and that's how that person gets an confidence, and sometimes that leads to the production of a great amazing video. So that what something is where we both can collaborate, where we both can work on definitely adding value to the audience. So for me, my learner's goal is that when the learner is wanted to have their content online, and that's where I can fulfill their goal. Similarly, which learner's goal you are basically helping them to complete?
So, Ron, this was a very good question, I would say. See, first of all, I train, as I said, that I train the students as well. So, their goal is to crack the interview, right? Their goal is to get corporate ready. Yes. So, this is one thing that definitely we do it. We tell them, like, see, interview, as I said, that it is not by hearting those answers, but understanding the questions. Okay, so from there the journey should start. So we definitely help them to how to interpret those questions and how to answer. And secondly, confidence. Because most of the people say that we don't feel confident and we feel nervous when we go there, and then we how to just talk in the interview, and so those things. So how we help them is, see, your confidence, we actually work on their voice as well, because your voice is very important element wherein you can actually show that how confident you are. We tell them, like, what is the difference between being confident and overconfident. Then thirdly, like, how they will prepare for their interview. So these are all things that we can help with the students with. If, like, maybe the graduate students, or maybe those who have just done MBAs. Then secondly, for the professionals. Now for professional, we actually conduct different kinds of training programs, starting from communication skills, business communication. For example, as I said, that the people say that in meetings I feel nervous, and then I don't know how to express myself and all. So those things definitely can be tackled and can be handled, and can be actually, you can be trained how to be a good speaker in your meetings. Then secondly is your leadership skills. Leadership, when I say leadership, it is about your personality, it is about your communication, your time management, everything, from problem solving to decision making. So definitely we do help the leaders to enhance their leadership skills. Then comes homemakers. Okay, we have training programs for homemakers, and their training program is about personality grooming. Because most, as I started my career after 9 years of gap, I have seen many homemakers who want to start all over again. In the sense, they want to start their career. So, but then because of this gap, sometimes they feel not very confident. So we actually undertake the programs wherein we teach them how to be confident, what this corporate world is all about, and if they want to enter in the corporate world, if they want to become entrepreneurs, then we help them grooming their personality, and of course getting their confidence back in themselves. So we have a good training programs for homemakers as well. So as I said that
Amazing.
we have the training program for all of them, and we have fantastic results, especially for the homemakers. We have been conducting these batches every year, at least once a year we conduct the batch for them, and they are so happy with it. And the
Amazing.
results are amazing.
Really, really great. Great to know all the details from you about your training programs and how you are helping people to, fulfill their goals. Ma'am, when we talk about the training as a career and you started by accident, as we come to know that you have came into the training field as a opportunity grabber experience. So there are so many new trainers nowadays coming up in the field, and they are helping our community. So would you like to share some tips for the new trainers?
For new trainers, first of all, your knowledge, okay, it has to be up to date, because industries change. Sometimes the situations change. So you have to understand that you should be a well-read person. Okay. Secondly, work on your communication skills. That is very important. Thirdly, I would say have patience. Okay, because this is the industry wherein you might not get opportunities in the beginning, but then gradually you will definitely land up wherever you want to. Okay, so that will definitely happen. So don't give up, I would say, because people, I mean, the business world needs trainers, definitely. So, and good trainers. So just don't leave your journey in between. It will, ultimately you will get that success which you are looking for, and it will take a bit of a time. Don't worry about it, just groom yourself and be confident, and you will definitely be successful.
It was really wonderful to know about your advice to the fellow trainers. Ma'am, when we talk about a different skill set, sometimes people advise to read some books so that that knowledge can be enhanced. So when we talk about the communication skills, what advice you would give to the audience who want to improve their communication skills?
So what I would say is, more than, of course, reading the books definitely help. You read any book for communication skills, I'm saying. But then more than that, I would say what will help them is to just watch the videos, because communication, it has to have the communication. So either it can be a podcast of a CEO, it can be a podcast of the celebrity whom you like. Just see the way they talk, their body language, and how they articulate the answers. So that's very important, the words that they use. So that is how they can actually learn it. If you want to go for other kind of skills, I would say there are many books. Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, fantastic book. Option B is a very good book. If you want to go for Who Moved My Cheese, this is a very good book for any leader. Okay, just go to, I mean, Corporate Chanakya by Radhakrishnan Pillai, fantastic book for the leaders. So I think these are the books which you can go for. But for communication, just try to listen more. And then, as you said, have your mobile on the selfie mode and record, okay, when you talk. And then again play it and then see like how you talk and how you sound. That is very important to improve your communication skills.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, thank you so much, ma'am, for being a part of the Trainers Talk Show and sharing your journey with our audience. Ma'am, when we talk about your experience in the form of podcast, would you like to share some feedback about the Trainers Talk Show?
Rohan, I have been following your channel, and I would say you are doing amazing job. You are giving us the platform to share our views, and of course, many professionals, wherein they also get a platform to share their views, and it would be definitely helpful for the people who are seeking help in many things like communication and everything. So it is a great job, amazing job, Rohan, that you are doing, and I wish you all the best in future.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for being a part of the Trainers Talk Show. And if our audience want to know about you, how they can contact you, ma'am?
You're most welcome anytime. You can approach me through various channels. One is we have our website, that is www.iprofex.com. Then we have our contact numbers. Of course, those are there, and you can WhatsApp, and then we will definitely reach out to you as early as possible. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for extending your help to my audience. And the Trainers Talk Show would definitely love to share your story with the audience. So, thank you so much for joining us, sharing your insights, and definitely helping audience in a large scale. For our more episodes, you can visit our website, that is www.thetrainerstalkshow.co.in. Thank you so much for being a part of the Trainers Talk Show, ma'am. Wish you all
Thank
the
you so
best.
much. Thank you.